Yeah, it still does. Isn't that weird? The dots over that. Oh. Oh. See how that does it on the horizon? That means something's close to the sun. See how that does up in the air? That's exactly what it does on the horizon. Exactly. That's crazy, man. That's just me blocking it today. It's crazy bright. You can see the hexagons. Maybe I'll get it close to this. There you go. Big circles. Cool. Look at the dots on that. It's up in the sky. Unload the door. Wide open door. Huh. Crazy. It's just the tip of my finger. Yeah, it's picking up the lenses easy today. There's a lot of those lenses that come shooting out. Just, I think they're pink. They look pink to us. God bless everybody.
I'd like to thank MATMAN for that clip. Please go over and share the love. I'll leave the links to his channel in the description box down below. Nice and simple for everybody to find. Does a great job and produces some great results. Pointing the camera towards the skies. We're looking at an LED light. Look at the lens flare. Looks familiar. I'm going to give credit to Liz Botica for this, but I'll leave the links to her channel in the description box down below. Please go over and subscribe, just like you and me pointing the camera towards the sky. And guess what? Finding that there are things there that shouldn't be. And if they weren't there, they wouldn't be on camera. That's all I've got to say about it. Have we seen this before? This reminds me of this lens flare and the golf ball planet. Yet again proving that the sun simulator is there in our sky. Don't forget our sun is behind the sun simulator. No sun, no life. Not even going to go there. Not even going to discuss it. The sun simulator serves another purpose. It basically hides the shadows of the planets. If you can imagine, when the moon goes past, it creates a shadow on the earth, and that is one of the reasons it's there for. But what we're looking at, it just proves that the sun is LED, is electric. I've proved this many different times, and I'll leave the links to that in the description box down below, and that will be easy for you to understand then, if you don't understand what I'm talking about. I really do think what we're looking at adds credence that our sun is a LED light in the sky. I like to thank Hang Tight for this picture because, yeah, extraordinary. We're looking at a lens flare. That's the only thing I can imagine it to be, and it is a strange looking colour. I mean, what's going on in the background? Where is that lens flare actually coming from? There seems to be something going on over here, which happens to be what looks like our sun and sun simulator, but how we're getting that, not really too sure. If we zoom in, apart from it being a strange colour, we can see dots on it, and that actually goes hand in hand of what we've just been looking at. So is this another bit of proof? LED light on the sun simulator? Hey, of course it couldn't be. Now I come to think about it, it looks like a melon in the sky. Is somebody throwing melons around? Before I actually leave this picture, I need to point these two objects out if you haven't seen them, that are on top of this lens flare. Or is it actually shining through the clouds? Yeah, very, very strange looking. It has to be a lens flare, but as you can see, there's these two objects poking from the top of it. So make of it as you will. Two objects in the sky? Would that be possible? I'd like to thank SG Truth and Spirit for sending me this photo. Yeah, great photo. Number of photos of the same thing, different filters. Grey skies. Yeah, the clouds look absolutely wonderful. We're looking at our sun simulator, big LED light in the sky. quite an interesting lens flare. He sticks a little bit of contrast and a bit of brightness on it, and yeah, this cloud looks right because, but my eye gets drawn to this object here, and this object, and this object. Let's have a look at the next photo. He zoomed it in for me, and what are we looking at? Is it a lensing system? Or are these objects that, well, yeah, we're talking about water vapour or chemtrails or whatever it might be in our skies. This shouldn't exist. Wind blows in every direction, so that tells me whatever that is solid. What is going on over here? And don't forget, when we take a picture of our sun, what should we see? A ball and not a diamond. That isn't natural at all. I'd like to thank Truth Hunter for sending this in. I'll leave the links to his channel in the description box down below. And yet again, please subscribe if you like his content. We're looking at a classic case of a lens in the sky, and I believe it's being projected. We know it's a lens because we get these two lines, 1, 2. We get this greying around the outside, and this normally indicates that there's something being projected onto the camera lens. And hey presto, this is exactly what we're looking at. Let me show you the next picture that he sent, a cropped version of what we're just looking at, obviously been put in some sort of filter, but you can clearly see those two lines just there. And what are these? As you can see on this cropped image, it brings it out with just that little bit more definition, and we can see that it's an object that shouldn't be on camera in whatsoever. From lenses in our sky to lenses in space, how long have they been here for? 2007, February the 24th, date on the picture. Stereo PHI-1. I'd like to thank Seth for sending these pictures in, and the only way I could describe what I'm looking at is I'm looking at a lens system. We can see it's clear, and we've got something going on over here interacting with this. Looks like there's two lines. If they've got a lens system in space, right time, right place, and the right angle, guess what? You're going to get to see something just like we are on Earth. We've got this reflection just here, and is that a mirror of that just there? There seems to be something else here, and in the next picture you're going to see this object turn. Another lens this direction, possibly? Not really too sure. 2 hours later, and we can see that we've still got a bit of interaction going on, and we still got this object here. Pretty much the same, but all in all, something that shouldn't really be captured on camera. Another 2 hours later, in total 4 hours we've just been looking at. There you go. We've got this object that seems to be rotating. Yeah. A lens system in space. They're not hiding anything, are they? So just another bit of proof that there is something in space hiding things from our eyes. I need to show you something very, very quickly, and then I owe everybody a great big apology. Let me show you this. I went backwards on my browser, and that lets me see a cache page of what was there before. Very, very important. I noticed something was quite wrong. 0 point to this video, 886 views. They changed the moon colour, 3.7 thousand views. Let's have a look at real time. 0 point to this video has now 481 views, and they changed the moon colour, is now got 2.3 thousand views. Big difference. And I'm sure if I went back through the rest of my videos that same thing has actually happened. Thanks Google, really appreciated. Oh, sorry, it was the gremlins. That's what it was. This is the time when I say I owe everybody a great big apology about a video I made, clockwise or anti-clockwise. And Robert Dunn and also Jim just down here, sorry Nige, but this is not correct. The Northern Hemisphere has high pressure systems spinning clockwise and a low pressure system spins counterclockwise. It is opposite in the Southern Hemisphere. So I gave you the wrong bit of information. I'm very, very sorry. That's why they put rubbers on the end of pencils. But one thing I'm not sorry about, and I'm not wrong about, is our weather. It's absolutely crazy. There is something majorly going on. Of course, this is to do with climate change, and because you burn your dinners. That is it. Full stop. End of story. There is nothing coming at all. It couldn't be possible. But unfortunately, hands up, I got it wrong. And I'm very, very sorry. For all those people that are in doubt that there's something going on in our skies, go and have a look at this. The State of Rhode Island Bill, a legal document, H6011. I'll leave the links to this in the description box down below because it goes through step by step a very well researched bit of legislation and tells us everything that they're doing in our skies. Very, very informative, especially if you want to know what's going on. Hey, but of course, I'm showing you this, and everything we're catching on camera is a camera abnormality, a lens flare, and they're telling us in black and white what is there in our skies. Let me leave you with this video from Liz Botica, links to her channel down below as I said, and something appears about halfway through. You're definitely not going to miss it. Something in the clouds playing hide and seek. Anyway, that's all I've got for you now. Much love, much peace, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.